Welcome to OASIS Tokyo. At OASIS, we make short videos exploring the lives of people working and living in Japan. And this year, through our podcast, we'd like to explore that a bit further. In our final episode, we'd like to look forward towards the future, Angelo, you're looking to build here in Japan, and maybe some of the lessons that you're looking to pass on to maybe others who are looking to do something similar. So I guess just, started a new year now, looking ahead. What would you say are your sort of personal ambitions and goals going forward, and is there anything you're personally working on right now?
Okay, actually, I'm working in theater more. I think I will have more experience in theater now in Japan. But also, I'm developing some projects with Italy as well.
Okay.
With Italian radio. So yeah, stay tuned. Looking forward for
What kind of projects? Is it more like cultural, language based?
Actually, I have many projects and many contacts in Italy because I work a little bit in TV, on TV there as well. So I would like to do some proposal for a project. Can be like a theater stage, or it can be a movie or a TV series that embodies both the nice part of the cultures. But it's very hard because Italian people really love Japan, and Japanese people really love Italian culture, but still it's very hard to find the point of connecting, the connecting points.
That sort of point of communication that's best.
To build one, and focus on one project. So you need to find the right team, that have even the delicacy and the sensibility, to respect both cultures, but still is an entertainment. So you need to put cultures, aspect of culture that everyone knows, but also things that people don't know.
I see.
So really find that,
I'm sure there's a quite delicate nuance there that must be quite hard to translate, and maybe you also need people who, like yourself, have got the language and the cultural background to be able to communicate in a most effective way. And so obviously, these are personal career projects that you're looking to work on as well, but do you have any, personal goals that you're looking to do?
And talking not about the career, work stuff, okay.
Just for yourself.
Now, maybe this thing is very Japanese for me, that I don't put a lot of separation between private and work life.
Okay, fair enough.
Everything is about work in a way. So yeah, probably, I don't know, just continuing my, because when you see the world in a very international way, you want to take the best from the place you are. So I want to travel more in Italy, of course. When I'm in Italy, I want to absorb all the things I love from Italy. It can be the art traditions, can be the football culture. Focus more on that. When I'm in Japan, I want to focus on things that are very particular about Japan, that have a long tradition. So if I am in another country, for example, I go to Korea. I want to focus on the cultures that are typical from that area. So I want to be in the moment, but also understanding where I am every time.
I think that's super important if you're coming from another country to live in that place, trying to be able to adapt, and there will be challenges and things along the way, but it's definitely something that would be quite key for success. And obviously, as someone who's done that, would you have any advice for any foreigners who are looking to move to, or build their career in Japan, that you could maybe share with us today?
Yeah, I think it really depends by the business you're into, because of course, as I said before, Japan have a long tradition in few things, but in other things they don't, right? The other places they are more, maybe they've had more experience, longest traditions, more structures, so different budgets and stuff. So I think it's very important what you do, which field you want to focus on, because if you just many people just like Japan, and they think, okay, I want to live in Japan, without knowing it. But once you're in Japan, working in Japan is tough, So if you just get into Tokyo, and then you start trying to figure what you want to do, can be very stressing.
Was there anything you maybe wish someone had told you, or given you advice, or maybe even a heads up before you came?
Even if
please feel free to share.
Even if I knew Japan, many things about Japan, even if I could speak the language, because I'm half Japanese, I still wanted to prepare more, maybe, because it's still very hard, And now we have internet, it's many things are easier, but it's hard because even in Tokyo, it's so big, depends by where you choose to live. There is a by the station you choose, your lifestyle change dramatically.
Yeah, I think for me, like one thing I guess I wish maybe someone had told me before I came to live in Tokyo is like, you get told it's this huge city, there's so many people here, there's so much to do, but there is actually so much to do that if you don't like make a plan of things you want to try or places you want to go, or I guess you have to be quite like, think about being quite outgoing and make sure those things happen. It doesn't just come to you. You have to actually go out and chase it a little bit, which can be, I guess, quite tiring as well. And especially when, you're still learning the language, can be a little bit maybe demotivating at times. But I've definitely felt like, pushing myself to do that has gotten me the community of friends I have right now has allowed me to explore as much of Tokyo and also of Japan as I have as well. But do you feel like that's something that you also felt because I know your family's from Shiga, which is obviously a bit further away from Tokyo.
I think even like Metropolis, living in a metropolis in the countryside is very different. Even the people, how the people talk to you, and Tokyo. Speaking about Tokyo is very competitive. Who even if you're a foreigner or you're Japanese, half Japanese, doesn't change. And I think if you know well, I think it's better to come in for holidays first, to know the country a little bit.
Get a little taste first.
Because when you just start here, can even the hour when your lifestyle, the timing of the life, the rhythm of the lifestyle, depends by what time you go. You go to the metro. You go to the train. It's can be very different. The rush hour. It's like a nightmare.
Can be very overwhelming. I when I started working in Tokyo, I took the first month of working to wake up at a different time every day and get on a different carriage of my train to work out at what time it would be the easiest for me to commute. And that's what I do religiously now every day, because it was very overwhelming for me when I first came. But I think, working out like what your priorities are for your lifestyle and your rhythm and the things you want to try and do can be super, super important as well.
Like small things, details can make a huge difference. The time you get into the train, really choose the station that is good for you first, because once you choose one station, then you work like 1 hour away, it's totally different.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously, you are in a very creative industry, working in lots of different areas, doing lots of different things with lots of different expectations for you. And as you mentioned previously, having that cross-cultural identity can be a benefit, but can also sometimes provide, I guess, like a bit of a barrier for you in terms of the things that are expected for you. And I just wonder, like, if you had any advice for people out there who are also looking to work in a creative space in Japan about how to sort of utilize that, but also, I guess, like stay true to yourself and your identity and your own values.
I think especially in art and media industry, Japan is very open. They want you to bring your backgrounds. So I think having a strong backbone, of your country, is something that you have. It's like a treasure you have. You can give to people who work with you. So I think in Japan is very open-minded in that way. And when you're here, try to also understand and learn from the Japanese traditions. Because Japanese is very rich, a very rich culture. So when even if you decide to stay here for a few years, you can learn a lot of things that you can use abroad. Then, So and then maybe you decide that this is the right place for you, and just live here, or just in the future just come back sometimes, and so build some, some point that a base, that serve you in the future. So I think whatever, be just open-minded. Maybe I can stay 3 years and learn a lot and go back.
Do you think it's important to have like a goal of like, maybe I want to do this specific thing, or I want to go to this specific place, or I want to get this good at a specific skill? Does that help you sort of, I guess, like keep true to, like, because you have something you're aiming towards, or not so much?
For me, of course, it's better to be picky as possible. To know what you like, because Tokyo have so many, stimulates you a lot. So the big city thing, even Milan is the same, put you in front of many things you could want, even, can be anything. It can be from the shopping or the experience. So many things to do, right?
Yes.
So you need to select what you really care about, I think. If not, you get lost.
Yeah.
You pick a little bit of something like at first can be useful, to try, but to narrow your, your focus, I think is very important.
Yeah.
Especially in a big city when
Yeah.
you can get lost completely,
Yeah.
lost in translation, like the movie.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Angelo. Well, obviously, through our discussion today, I think it's very clear that building a life in Japan requires a lot of patience, humility, but also a lot of courage, because it's not easy. I think we both would agree with that. But it really offers a lot of deep rewards. So we'd just like to say thank you very much again, Angelo, for joining us, and to everyone for watching and listening today. And please continue to watch the Oasis Tokyo as we continue to explore the lives of more foreigners living and working in Japan.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.